68? Look at that fish. That fish was huge. What's up everybody, Tardy Sloth here, back with another episode of Ark Survival Evolved on the vanilla server. This is episode 3, and today we're going to learn a little bit about taming. Been on for a little bit. Gravis came over and DJ came over and gave me a couple presents. These are compost bins. If you remember in the last episode I mentioned you put poop and thatch in them and they turn them into fertilizer. And the fertilizer is used to fertilize the crops. Now, we may get into crop plots a little bit later. Just for the sake of the video today, if we're being a little bit shorter, I know yesterday's video was a little bit long and I apologize for that. But I got carried away and I was enjoying the game. But every time these guys poop, I'm going to pick up these poops and I'm going to shove them in these boxes here and hope that we can make some fertilizer. What we need to do is get a bunch of thatch going. I think we have some. There's 12. That's not enough. Oh, over here. And we need to fill these suckers up with thatch. We need like 200 thatch, I think. It costs 150 thatch and 3 poops in order to make 1 fertilizer. And it takes forever. But it's totally worth it when it does come out. Why can't I... Give me your thatch. This big tree is probably got a lot. Watch it take 3 hits to go down. Told you. 67 thatch. I got more from the little tree than I did from the big one. Am I stuck? Am I stuck? There we go. So anyway, like I said, we're going to try to tame something up today. If you recall in the last video, or it may have even been episode number 1, we saw a pretty high level raptor across the water over there. So we can either go look over there and see... What am I doing? Thatch can just go in here. We can either look over there and see what we can see if it's still over there. I highly doubt it. I'm sure it's despawned by now, but something better, something even better may have spawned in its place, even higher level raptor, or you know, it doesn't have to be that high. It was nice to have it that high, but it doesn't have to be a 112 or whatever it was. I think it was a 112 anyway. So we're gonna head that way. Gravis said he saw I think he said a level 64 Pteranodon. So I think we're gonna go look over there. We have gotten a few more levels. We've been doing a little bit of gathering up of the stuff, and obviously, as you can see, our Dilophosauruses have tripled. We started off with Bodyguard. He was a 100. He's now a 142, and she is a female. And then we found this other Dilophosaurus that kind of attacked us, so I just shot it with a trank arrow and knocked it out, and I figured, why not? She's set to attack target. We needed to change that to neutral. And she was level 60 something, which is 68, I believe, which wasn't too high, but it wasn't too low either. It's a decent level. I love this animation. It's so awesome. I'm going to screenshot that in the next one. And then I found this as a 112. And this one is a male. These two are females. This one is a male. So the good thing about that is that just by having them here like this, they are going to produce eggs. And the Dillo eggs are used for kibble, and I can't remember exactly which kibble they're used for. Let me make sure they're not falling through the floor. The eggs. They haven't produced an egg yet. It's been about 20 minutes or so. They pooped a bunch of times, but I think the Dillo eggs are used for Dodicarus and a couple other ones. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look that up. But it's going to be nice to have these eggs to start off getting eggs right away. Gravis and DJ are over there. They're doing some awesome things with the crop plots. Maybe we'll go take a look at it later as we pass by. But they're doing some really cool things with the crop plots and getting some of their crops going for the vegetables in order to get some of the kibble going. So I think what we're going to do is head that way. Give me 1 second. We're going to head that way and look for this Pteranodon. And we're not going to take them with us, but first things first, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and check our Ingrams, because I think we're level 25 now and we have new Ingrams to learn. Um, yeah, we do. We got into the hide armor now, so we can make the hide for ourselves. The trank arrows, which is going to be important. Obviously, we need that. Trophy wall mount aesthetics. Lesser antidote um, cures like poison, and I guess no one ever uses this. I don't think. Fishing rod. You can fish in the ocean. You can fish in little streams and pull fish out, and sometimes they'll give you cool things. Sometimes you get tree sap. Sometimes you get fish meat. So in a pinch, if you need some meat and you don't want to kill anything, you could do that, or it's just fun to do. Refining forges are going to be a necessity for getting metal and starting to get some metal smelted up. A trike saddle, which is going to come important. I think we're going to try to tame a trike if we can. Tripwire, you don't need that. Trophy base aesthetics. Preserving bins are important. We want to preserve our meats and our berries. And then some more wooden structure pieces. Now we're getting into the stone staircase, the stone foundations, ceilings, railings, sloped walls, sloped roofs, door frames and doors, gateways and gates. Good lord, there's a lot of stuff. Magnifying glass. Apparently, it's good for looking at the plants and things like that. I don't know. I never used it. I don't know. The bookshelf is used to store blueprints, notes, and other small trinkets in. We never really use those. Beelzebufo saddle. This Beelzebufo is a frog, and we're definitely going to look into getting that pretty soon. The smithy is what we're going to use to craft our metal picks and hatchets and things like that, and that's where you get into the guns and things like that as well. Handcuffs are PvP pretty much only. Metal spikes walls. Obviously, we talked about the spike walls in a previous episode. In order to safeguard your base a little bit, metal is just obviously a lot stronger. Metal picks, metal hatchets. Pike is basically a metal spear, and that's going to be important too when it comes to protecting yourself. The Terror Bird saddle is something that we don't really look into a whole lot. Fur armor, if you're going to be in the cold, fur is a necessity, otherwise you will freeze to death. Crossbows, tripwire narcotic traps, bear traps, we don't use those. Packy saddle, scorpion saddle, turtle saddle, the medium crop plot, which is a little bit bigger and yields more vegetables. Signs, wall torches, which are nice to have inside the house. They look like little sconces. They're actually pretty cool. But they do require metal, I believe, so a little bit more pricey than a standard standing torch, which is what we have now. And then some more stone architecture. A radio, which is used to communicate over long distances if you communicate in-game. When we are playing with Gravis and DJ, we communicate via a third-party program, so we don't necessarily need that. Smoke grenades are PvP, ballista turrets are PvP, ballista bolts. The next time we're going to get Ingrams is in about 5 more levels at level 30. And one of the things we're going to be looking into getting at level 30 as we start getting into the gun. As you can see right here, it's a pistol. That is another prerequisite for the long neck rifle, which is going to be the next gun we get, and ultimately the last gun we use. Then we can start getting trank darts and things like that. Manta saddle, why is that down there? Like it's out of order. But mantas, don't worry about that, guys, because we're not going in the water, like I said. And we have poop in our inventory. Did we pick up a poop and not know it? Get back in there. Let's see if we've got any eggs going. No, just another poop. And there's DJ. He better not knock me out this time. We haven't gotten retaliation yet. But we're about, let's drop the human poop out of there. We're about to make some narcotic arrows. Let's get our narcotics that we made earlier out of here. And we're going to go ahead and go into our craftables in our inventory. Sorry, there we go. Craftables in our inventory, and we are going to look up trank arrows. And we're going to create all 13 because that's all the narcotics that we have. We can go out and get Nor narcoberries. It's going to take a little while to gather them all up by hand, which is unfortunate, which is where a trike would come in handy to be able to gather all the berries for you. The trike would definitely come in handy, but There's first things first is we're going to go try and get, if this Pteranodon is over here, we're going to try to get that one if it's still over here, and that would be a good level to start off with a Pteranodon 60 something, probably tame out closer to 100, and that's going to be a good level to get. So let's see if it's still, Gravis said it was over here somewhere. I wonder if that's the one he's talking about across the way there. Nope, nope, that's a level 12. There's level 12 trike. There's turtle. Level 8 trike. What is that? Another Dillo. 96. Look across the way and see if we can't see that. If that raptor is over there along the beach somewhere. I don't see it. Wait, what was that? Did you see that? Something popped up. Anyway. It is getting dark, and that really kind of stinks. You can light your way and keep yourself warm with a torch if you so choose. I usually don't do anything like that, but let's see if we can, I don't know if Gravis had put the gamma option on our server. No, he didn't. So we can't gamma up, which is unfortunate. I'm going to have to talk to him and see if we can't get that taken care of for the, instead of having to use a torch all the time. If we can just gamma up, that would be great. What is this? That's a Lystra. Oh, we don't really. Oh, there's another Dillo. What is he fighting? Let's see what level this Joker is. 68? Look at that fish. That fish was huge. Anyway. So we're going to go looking around for a trike. I think that's what we need to do, because I don't see the raptor, I don't see the pteranodon. And we're going to need narcoberries in mass quantities. So I think you know what, let's go back closer to the base, because I remember seeing a couple of trikes over there as well, back behind our base a little ways. And I think those will be better. The closer they are, the better, because we're going to need a lot of berries to tame up the trike, and we're going to need to gather up somewhere close by without the danger of being killed or attacked by something. So let's head back. Oh, geez, I'm out of stamina. See, I don't have any of those berries on me. I was going to show you how the stem berries work. But I'm going to head that way. I'm going to go see if we can't find a trike to knock out, or a pteranodon, or a raptor, something like that. And when I do, I will be right back. And we're back, guys. And we found a trike that is stuck like Chuck. And I'm thinking we're on a high rock. It cannot get to us. This is one of the things that you need to look around for when you're first starting out and you're pretty low level and you're wanting to tame something. I know this isn't a high level, but if you're wanting to tame something that's decent level and you're still kind of a low level, the one thing that you can do is, there's Gravis, is stand up high on a rock where it cannot get to you. Hopefully there's no place where it can jump up, and just start wailing away at it. Now this one obviously is stuck, but it looks like they're going to try to get away or come after us. And I just don't think it's going to work for them very well. So we're just going to sit here and see how many shots it takes. What was that? 4, I believe it was. I hope it takes less than 8, because that's all we've got left. Let's wait about 5 seconds between each shot in order to get the maximum amount of torpor on the animal. And it looks like they're turning around, shooting the butt cloaca, most vulnerable spot. And now there it goes. She's down. And you can walk up back to where your arrows are, and if you just walk over them, see up there at the top, added 6 stone arrows, you get some stone arrows back, which is really awesome. Now we're going to have to gather some berries pretty quickly. Let's see, you know what? Is Gravis still over here? He's on his trike. If I could jack some berries from Gravis, that would be awesome. I don't think he is. Let's just gather, you know what, let's gather them up by hand, because this is how we would do it anyway. No cheating, and I am out of water. I need to drink some. There we go. And we'll just gather up the berries in the general vicinity. Get as many Mejo berries as we can. Mejo berries are the purple ones, and they are of all of the animals that eat berries, that use berries to tame, Almost all of them, their preferred berry is the Medjo berry. It's going to keep their taming effectiveness high, which in turn it gives them the most amount of levels when they tame up, and it's going to keep them happy. And it's going to take longer if you do not use them. If you use like the yellow berries or the blueberries or something like that, it's still going to take a decent amount of time, but it's going to take a little longer with anything other than the Medjo berries. And the same goes for when we get into like the kibble aspect of things. If you use kibble to tame something, it's going to tame up a lot. There it is. It's so dark I can't see. I apologize. Let's see if we can't put some Medjo berries on this guy and see if we can't get into possibly building a torch just so we can see for now. What do we need to make a torch? Flint. Piece of cake. I can do that. Bam. Oh, wait. There we go. Got some flint. Let's make a torch so we can see. And unlike standing torches and things like that, this doesn't need any fuel. You just need to have it. Can you put it in your offhand? You can't. You just need to have it in a slot and hit that number. And boom. Let there be light. We have a torch. So this trike is a female, is a level 12, and as you can see right underneath the little icons for it, the first one is health, the second one is stamina, third is food, and the fourth one is their weight capacity. Her taming factors is at 99.2. Okay, so that's going to give her plus 5 levels when she tames out. Now that's going to go down quite a bit. As she eats the food over and over again, it's going to keep going down a little bit because it isn't kibble. The only way it's not going to go down is if it's kibble. So it's going to go down a little bit, so she might gain 2-3 levels, so she's probably going to be a level 14, something like that. She's eating pretty fast, actually. But this may take a while. So what we can do in the meantime is see what we're going to need to create or to craft a trike saddle, which is right here. Hide, fiber, and wood. That's it. We just need hide and wood. We can do the wood, no problem. Boom. I think we already got enough, actually. Yep. Now we just need 140 hide. Now, the kicker with that is in order to get hide, climbing a tree, yo. In order to get hide, we need to kill some animals. Which is all well and good, except, actually, you know what we can do? We can see if these dillos have hide on them, and there's a hope that we have enough. I think, what did it say, 140 hide? Uh-oh. Oh, jeez. Alright, I guess we're going to be right back when the server comes back up. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. The server was apparently on Brussels, Paris time, and was scheduled for its daily maintenance. So it shut us down, but he changed it. It's all good. We're back to Eastern Standard Time. Now, this guy only has 2 more berries on him, and he's going to eat pretty quickly, so we need to go ahead and gather up as many Medjo berries as we can in like the next minute or so, and put them on him so he does not go without food, because if he goes without food, the taming effectiveness will drop down even faster. He just ate again, so let's go ahead and stick these Medjos on him. He's got 5 more. And we're going to have to go out and get more really quickly. And this is kind of the way it is, especially with the herbivores. A lot of the times, until you get a trike or a bronto or something like that, obviously you're not going to get a bronto right away, more than likely, unless you get one stuck and are able to knock it out and tame it. But forewarning, the brontos are going to take forever to tame. So, kind of just a word to the wise. Don't try brontos unless you're ready to wait for long periods of time. That's usually how it goes. So there's a little bit more. There's 10 more berries. He's about almost halfway. So I think the 10 berries should be enough, but let's just go ahead and gather as many more as we can while we're waiting. That's probably the best thing to do. We're going to need them anyway. And we need to see about that hide in order to get the saddle going, so that when he's up, we can just jump on him and start gathering up all the berries and all the fiber. I believe you get thatch too, and maybe even wood. I'm not sure. If you hit a tree, I think you get thatch and wood, if I'm not mistaken. So let's head back to him really quickly. Let's throw all the measures we have on him. Let's take about, I don't want to do all of them. Let's just do half. Let's give him like 10 narco berries. Did he just? 10 narco berries. That'll get his unconscious meter back up a little bit so he will not wake up on us. And he's got plenty left. And let's go ahead. Oh, hey, Dodo. Level 52 Dodo. And it's a female. I just killed it. Oh, I shot it right in the head. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to knock it out. But, oh well. Hey, look at this. We need to hide. Hatchet's going to get you more hide than meat. Pick's going to get you more meat than hide. Just keep that in mind. So let's see if we have enough left. I don't think we have enough yet. We don't. We need 140 hides. We need a ton of hide. So while this lady is taming up, is it a lady or a dude? It's a lady. Okay. While this lady's taming up, we're going to go back to the base. We're going to check those dillos like we said. See if they have any hide on them, which I seriously doubt it. I don't think they do, because they haven't. At least the two of them haven't even been out to get any hide up for anything. These two. But he may. He don't have any either. Do we have any hide in any of our bins? There's some hide. That's not enough though. We're gonna have to kill some more stuff in order to get some hide. There's a pteranodon over there. What level are you, buddy? Where'd you go? Where'd he go? He was right. There he is. Level 4. You're not even a mouse on a wheel. I'm not even gonna worry about you, bro. And we are gonna come over here and see if we can't find something to kill really quick. Well, there's a turtle. Level 4 turtle. Whoa, what the crap? Did not mean to do that. And let's start shooting this turtle. It's probably gonna knock him out before it kills him. And the turtles will attack, as you can see. So we'll just do our little trick again. Get up on a... No ammo. What the crap? Am I out of narco? Yeah, let's just, you know what, let's just kill him. Hey, buddy. Whoops. We need your hide. Where are you going? What, are you scared? Seriously? Lag much, server? Shoot him in his butt area. In his tail place. Don't go too far, bro. I don't want you aggroing something else towards me. These turtles have such high health, it's ridiculous. But he's getting really bloody, so he's gonna die any minute here. Let's go ahead and just whack at him. Get some. He's doing a little bit. He's dead. Then we're gonna take all that hide. Yeah, 62 hide and some keratin. Chitin and keratin are what we're gonna need to make certain saddles as well. Especially the pteranodon saddle needs a lot of chitin and or keratin. You can use either or. So we need to save that as much as possible. We already have some in our mortar and pestle, but it's not a whole lot. So let's see how this lady's doing. She's still got 11 mejo berries. She's not anywhere near close to waking up. She's still going to gain 5 levels, which is awesome. I think by the time she's done, it may even be just 4 levels, and that's it. And speaking of levels, we have some levels. Let's go ahead and up our health a little bit. And what level are we at now? 26. We haven't learned anything new, but we can go ahead and craft this trike saddle and get it ready for when the time comes. And we can go ahead and, let's see, we do need to eat. Let's eat a little bit of food. Let's drink a little bit of water just so we're good to go. And I'm going to go ahead and stick this saddle on her now. Just to get it out of my inventory, because they do weigh 20. It's pretty heavy. Now, generally, I don't like to do this because if they do wake up or they do get killed or something like that, that saddle will be gone, and you did all that for nothing. So what we're going to do, we're going to sit here and we're going to babysit the trike, and we're going to wait for it to wake up, and then when she wakes up, we will BRB. And we're back, and she's up. She is a level 17. Let's change her cycle aggression to passive. And we'll go ahead and equip the saddle. Take the saddle, stick it in the saddle slot, and that's what it looks like. And go ahead and hit E to ride her. She does get wood. She gets wood and thatch. And she gets levels fairly easily. So you're going to hit F to access your Dino's inventory while you're riding them. And this is their levels right here. We want to go ahead and up her weight for sure. Do a little dance. We want to up the weight at first, definitely, so they can carry more. We want to up the stamina so they can run faster. And they also do a fair amount of damage. Now this one's a pretty low level, so it's not going to do tons of damage, but we can get in here. And it's got a knockback effect. We're going to get in here and kill that Lystra. Up, 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 up. And we'll just gather up all these berries on the way. As you can see, 41, 38, 38 of each berry. There's a lot more than we can get by hand. I mean, it would take us 5 minutes to get that many berries. And, she gets it in like 2 seconds. So let's do some more weight here. Let's drop the seeds. Yeah, that one, that one. Let's drop the stem berries. Really don't need those. Let's drop some of these. Thatch weighs next to nothing, so that's not really that super important. But one thing I wanted to show you is while we were waiting for her to tame up, we knocked out a little dodo, and it's female. It's only level 4, but it doesn't matter what level it is because dodos, the only reason for a dodo, honestly, you're not going to use it for base defense. You're not going to use it to ride around. You can pick them up, which is kind of cool, and just walk around with them, place them wherever you want them. When you want to put them down, you just double tap the F key, and it will throw them. And there's really no reason to do anything but up their health. But when you have males and females, just like the Dillas, you will get eggs. And the dodo eggs are used for kibble for making pteranodon kibble, which is going to come in handy when you want a super high level pteranodon to have some kibble. Now we already have one egg. It actually had laid an egg on the beach, and we just went ahead and grabbed it. And these guys are not producing any fertilizer, and I don't know why. This one's been here the longest, and it still hasn't produced any fertilizer. But we have some levels too. Let's do a little fortitude. That's okay. We'll do that. So anyway, we got a super awesome level trike. Super low level trike. It's okay. It doesn't matter. She's going to be used mainly for just coming around here and getting, collecting all the plants, getting all the berries. As you can see, we have quite a few berries already as it is. And that's going to help us get more narcotics really, really fast. Oh, jeez, it's so slow, dude. And there's a Pteranodon. What level is that Pteranodon? Level 8. I'm keeping my eyes peeled for a decent level Pteranodon I can knock out. So, hit F on her to access her inventory. We want to take all the narco berries off her. She has 134, which is a good number. And we're going to come over to the mortar pestle and just drop those bad boys straight in there. Let's see if we can make all. Can we make all 67? No, we can only make 30 narcotics. So we need more narco berries. As I said, it's 5 narcos to each spoiled meat. So we can't make all those. We're going to need about another 140 narco berries in order to do what we want to do. But let's take all this thatch. Can we take all this stuff and still move around? Let's take all this thatch off and let's go ahead and stick it in our storage bins. What the crap? Pteranodon is right here. It scared the snot out of me. Let's put our hide away. Whoops. Let's add some more fiber. Let's put our fiber away. Let's put our wood and our thatch away. We want to make sure we're staying organized. So put all that stuff away, and we're going to go ahead and put our flint in here. And any stone that we have, we can make some more spark powder. Remember, I'm always making spark powder. We have quite a bit of it right here, but it's going to come in handy later on. The eggs spoil in 7 days, so we don't have to really worry about that one too much. We're just going to go ahead and stick it in there for the time being. Add some more spoiled meat in there. We're going to drop these seeds. And we're going to go ahead and put this metal away because the metal is still heavy too. And let's just drop all these berries. We don't need all this crap. Put the carrot in there too because we're going to need that coming up here soon. And while we're waiting, let's grab some more meat that we had cooked up and let's stick some more in there. Some spoiled meat too. And when we get done with this, grab this too, and charcoal. Then we're going to go over here and get some wood. We always want to make sure that we have plenty of wood for fires. We want to make sure that we always have plenty of cooked meat because you never know when you're going to need it. You never know, you can run out really fast and then, you just don't know. So right now we're good on food. We can eat a couple more here, but I'm going to light these fires and get them cracking. And we're getting more spoiled meat in there. Let's put the charcoal in there too. Oh, we can't. Let's take the dodo egg out so we have room. There we go. We'll make some more gunpowder. So we got all this stuff queued up, and we're going to gain levels like crazy. We're already level 27. Have a little bit more health. And I think that's going to do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button. We tamed a Bronto today. We tamed a couple of Dilophosaurus today. We tamed a Dodo today. We got quite a bit accomplished in a short period of time, and I'm actually kind of happy with this. So hopefully we'll get some eggs going here soon. We'll start storing those things away, and in the next video we're going to start making this stuff, start crafting the benches for inside. We're going to fill out the house and possibly switch it all over to wood. That's the next step. We want to make sure with thatch, like I said before in the last video, using the thatch as a template to see how you want your base to look. When you are satisfied, then it's time to switch it over to wood. And I am satisfied with it. Like I said before, I'm a box-based building kind of guy. It's a box. Then we have this big porch that we can stick some of the smaller dinos on, which is kind of cool. We can use it to corral like the dodos and the dillos in order to get the eggs going. But yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to switch over to wood. We're going to start filling out the inside of the base with crafting tables and things of that nature in order to get the game going a little bit farther. But that's going to be it for today, guys. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe for more ARK videos, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.